Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Kylie Jenner Hidden Hills Mansion Build. So today I am doing a little bit landscaping and a little bit of the layout of the inside of the house, and I will be furnishing the kitchen, or this is my take one of the kitchen. I do think that kitchen is still going to change, but I have to say I did work a awful long time on this part. So I started recording this on a Friday and I just finished the last piece of work today. And today now is a Monday. I think this is going to come online on a Tuesday. But yeah, I've been working on this part like crazy. There were just a few bumps that I had, which made it very difficult for me to continue. So the first problem that I had was roofing. Yes, again, roofing. So Kylie has this really big entrance hall with, of course, a staircase leading upstairs, and she has like a little landing or a balcony there. So of course I was making that balcony, and what happened, all of the roofing just came through and it was so awful. I was like, no, Sims, why haven't you fixed that? Because that's a problem since day one of the game. But anyways, it took me forever to fix that problem, and I did needed to adjust the roof a tiny bit to make it work. So it's not looking exactly the same anymore, which is a shame, but you do not notice it that much. I mean, you really need to put the two houses side by side to really notice the roofing difference, but there is a little difference, and I'm not happy with that. So that was problem number one. Of course, problem number two was that I have gotten lots of great pictures, which is just awesome. So I have a lot of, I think, newer pictures, and I have some older pictures that I found on the web. But on those older pictures, I was at first following the older pictures for the landscaping because I was thinking, well, why not? I mean, I can see everything quite clearly on these pictures, so I'm going to follow that. But then halfway through, when I was furnishing I was doing the roofing, I got a new picture from the outside of the house, and I was like, dang, that does not look like what I have done on the backyard. So what I'm doing right now, this little part is going to change because this is not exact. This is still how it looks on the old photos, so I am going to change that up a little bit. So that was problem number two, which yeah, I just needed to go back and redo all that. So yeah, that took up a lot of time. And then problem number three was I couldn't find the right color scheme. So I really needed a right modern round table, and I only had black, gray, and brownish, and my other white round tables were too classical. So I had to learn how to recolor. For some of you guys, recoloring is maybe really easy. It is now a little bit easier for me, but in the beginning I was like, what? I just couldn't make it work. And so finally, that was like my whole Saturday and Sunday, just trying to figure out how to recolor that. And it's just for one, I just recolored one table and two paintings. That's all I did, and yes, it took me like 2 days, but now I know how to recolor, and I'm so glad that I learned it, because now I can use it throughout the entire house and all of my other celebrity houses and all of my normal CC houses. If I don't like a color, I can just change it, and that is just awesome. So I really do recommend learning to recolor if you love to use custom content, because it makes your life just so much easier. And when I have that little thing under control, because now I'm just awful in it, I might even do a little tutorial on it. But there is like some great tutorials already on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, I will leave one of the tutorials in the descriptions of the video. So yeah, here doing a bit more landscaping. So this is going to stay like this. She didn't have anything really changed on her outside border of the house. I think she has like a stone border, but I just wanted to use some hedges that it looks a little bit nicer here in The Sims. So yeah, that's basically my my little journey in building this episode. I mean, I've cursed and I've almost cried. It was such a really hard episode for me to do, and I have to say I'm still not 100% happy with the kitchen counters. At first I used some CC counters. You will see that when we come in, and they just didn't look quite right, so I do change that up later, but I have to say I'm still not happy with it. So yes, I am back again on the CC hunt. I haven't downloaded anything new, I think like in a month or two, because I just couldn't. I don't know, I just had the feeling that my CC folder was big enough and I didn't want to overdo it. But I did skim down my CC folder, so there is now plenty of room for new custom content. So I have been CC hunting, found some incredible pieces, I have to say. So I'm excited to maybe show that off in the next CC build, because there are lots of cute new items on the Sims resource and on Tumblr. I still haven't found everything I wanted, so I'm just going to be CC shopping quite a bit these few days. So yeah, here you see me changing up that little area. The stoning was all wrong. Apparently the stoning was the same as the front of the house, so I did change that up a bit. And she had two flower beds, if you say that correctly. And she has like this reddish colored trees standing there, but I just couldn't find anything that fitted in, because the more of the pink colored trees, and I mean every tree in the catalog was just too big to fit in those two little spots. And yes, I could have used those shrubberies with the round, I do not know how to call that, but those are like the little round balls on the trees. But I already used them at the front, and I just wanted something different at the side. So I just decided to scale up the get together pea bushes. So I don't know if they even work if you scale them up, so I will be testing that out, of course. So yeah, here going into the inside, and like you can see, I already did the little stair area and the little landing. And here I'm really just trying to figure out how the layout is supposed to be. So I just lined up all the pictures that I've got from you guys, the pictures that I found on the real estate site, and I just lined them all up and tried to figure out how everything is placed. So I immediately noticed that I did scale the house a little bit too small. So some of the rooms are just going to be a little bit too small, but I think it will work, or it will work. It will look all right in the end. But I'm still figuring out where the laundry room is. I really don't know. I think it's connected to the garage, but I'm not sure. If you guys know where the laundry room is, please leave it in the comment section. And by all means, if you know where other rooms are, you can leave that there as well. So I know her master bedroom is in that really big side wing at the back of the house. And of course the kitchen is where I'm starting this here. So I don't know, where is her television room? Is that the room on the left, on the right side? When you come in, you have this really large space with a fireplace. Is that her television room, or is her television room more against her bedroom? That is something that I haven't figured out yet, but if you guys know that, please let me know in the comment section below the video, because that is driving me insane. I've been looking and searching and trying to figure out, because if I'm building, I know I sometimes get it wrong. I got it wrong in in the Kim Kardashian house, and I got some things wrong in the oh my gosh, in the Ariana Grande house. But I really do try to make it look exact and try to really follow the floor plan, but sometimes it's really hard. So yeah, here me doing the kitchen. So those kitchen cabinets, I love them. They are new CC that I found on the Sims resource. I'm not going to use them. I mean, they look really nice, but it just didn't look exactly how I wanted it to, so I did remove them, and I just went with base game kitchen counters, to be honest, and they looked quite similar, so I was really happy with that. But I am definitely going to use these kitchen counters in maybe a other house build for sure. I mean, it's been like a while since I've done a CC house. I've been building all these different kinds of no custom content houses, which was fun. I still have 2 houses already finished for you guys, which will be coming online somewhere this week or in the weekend. But I really enjoyed building those no CC houses, and I will be doing more non-custom content houses, but I'm going to try and mix it up again. I know I really do build whatever I feel like. So if I'm feeling custom content, I will be building custom content, and if I'm not feeling CC, then no, I will not be building with CC. But that all depends on how I'm feeling. I'm a real emotional builder, and yeah, I just build whenever I feel like it and what I feel like. Oh, of course, for the people who are asking, yes, there will be a schedule. I haven't finished it yet because I really need to discuss that with my husband, of course, because if I'm recording, he needs to watch the children, of course, so he needs to be home, and his work hours are a little bit not really irregular, so I still need to discuss that with my husband, how I can fit in a schedule that I can keep, because I have been posting schedules in the past, but I just couldn't manage to keep up with the schedules. So I will be posting my new schedule in one of the videos. Of course, I will tell you guys about it, and you will see it in the descriptions when all of the videos are going to come online, because I do think that I have like 4 series running, which is a lot. So I will not be starting any new series quite yet until one of those series are going to how do you say that? If one of the series are finished. Oh my gosh. Yes, my English is really bad today. But I'm getting there. I had like a party yesterday from my husband's side. His grandmother turned 80 years old, which is amazing. And yeah, we went out to dinner in one of the really chic restaurants. And of course, in such a restaurant, there is like, yeah, a ober, of course there's a ober, but yeah, there's like a wine ober which stands there constantly just refilling your wine glass, and I just didn't notice it, to be honest. Well, my wine glass was apparently always full, and I really didn't knew that I was drinking that much. So yeah, I had a little hangover this morning. So everything isn't going really smooth today, and it was my first work day, so that was a double ouch this morning. So yeah, here I am really playing with arches. Yeah, she has like a really large archway there, so that you can see into that little garden. And here I'm trying to use my biggest arch that I have in game, but it just didn't look right. I don't know, it just didn't look like I wanted it to, so I went with the spandrels, is that the right word, and the columns, but I am going to change the columns. I'm not going to stay with the dino columns. They were just a little bit too illuminating, so I am going to use different columns. So this is a room that you see right when you go through the entrance, and here is a fireplace, of course, and yeah, I really don't know what this room is for. So if you have a clue, please let me know. And also the color scheme that I'm using. So I really do think that her walls are a little bit light grayish to the more of the greenish tone. But I'm not sure if I got the color quite right. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys would like to comment on that. Or do you think of this color scheme? Does it look exactly how her house look? I am going to be placing some pictures, by the way, at the beginning of the video, so you might already have seen them, so that you guys can compare what I'm doing right here. So I know this right side, the cabinets that I made, she really doesn't have a cabinets there. She has like a big, how do you say that? Not a wardrobe. She has like a big closet. No, not a closet. A cabinet, but not like I made it. Yes, I am making no sense at all. So yeah, here I'm just doing all of the layout, to be honest. And yes, this side, what I'm doing right now, is far from perfect. It really isn't. I do think that there's like a bathroom right there, and then maybe behind the bathroom there is a laundry room, which would lead into the garage. I mean, that would make the most sense. Also, the wallpapers. So the wallpaper have like on top that is like paint, and on the bottom that's like woodwork. And we have such a wallpapers in our game as well, in the base game, but those have like always have patterns, and the coloring was way off. So I might be recoloring some, or just making my own wallpapers, to be honest, for this game. So I don't know if these wallpapers are going to stay, or that I'm going to make my own wallpapers. So yeah, here starting with the little seating area, and I have looked everywhere. I could not find any fluffy furry pillows, because she has like these white big furry fluffy pillows, which are just really cute. I have some of those pillows in my house as well. I've bought them in the Primark, I think. Those are like really fluffy mint green and white pillows, but I just couldn't find some CC pillows that looked like that. So I just went with white pillows, and you do see me go through the catalog quite a while and just trying to decide which pillows looked the best. So all these pillows that I'm doing right now aren't going to stay. They didn't look like I wanted them to. I did notice that Kylie did change her color palette just a little bit. She went more for a white color. In the last house, it was a real combination between black and white, but now it's more white than black. I do think she looks up to her big sister, maybe, because Kim's house is all white and a little bit black, and now she's also doing lots of whites, and I really do like it. It makes the house really light and fun. So I do approve on the color palette that she's chosen. So yeah, I went with these pillows just to make it look a little bit more filled up, and then I placed some pillows on the front of that as well, just to fill it in a bit. Still looking for some blankets that I can throw on the sides, but the CC blankets that I have all clipped through, and it looked a little bit nasty. So still CC hunting for blankets as well. So I have to say, this kitchen isn't finished yet. So if you guys are like, oh my gosh, that's just not exact, I know there's still some things I need to change, and you can always leave your feedback in the comment, because I know I'm a bit off in this build. Well, hey, cut me some slack. I mean, I haven't been building for 2 weeks, and then starting this celebrity home again with all these problems, it just threw me off. So this is the table that I really wanted to use. This is the CC table that I found. I wasn't happy with that table, so I will be recoloring that first table that you saw me use. You will see me use it in the end again. That's like 2 days later, when I finally found out how I could recolor. I know sometimes I'm a little bit dumb. I don't know, it's really hard for me to learn new things, maybe because of my age. I mean, I am not that young anymore. And to learn stuff like that, I mean, Photoshop was a pain for me. It really was. And the awful thing is, I used to study Photoshop when I was younger, but I just forgot everything. I just forgot it. Maybe it's like mommy brain, but I just couldn't. I just didn't know how to use Photoshop before I went making videos. So I needed to learn that all again, and still in the progress of learning, of course. But to learn the Sims 4 Studio, the Sims 4 Studio is actually quite easy. So that's something that I didn't mind doing. It was all of the saving and then going back and forth, and and new meshes. I'm not going to start with that, because at first I tried to make my own table in Blender. Well, I have to say I hate Blender. It took me forever, and my lights didn't work. So I don't know if you guys have had that problem. There was apparently a big problem with the lighting after the new update. I think I've read about it before I went on vacation, but I forgot. So I was happily building, and here this is my recolored table. But I was just building, and I was like, oh, let's do the lights, and they didn't work. So I needed to fix that as well. So I have run all my lights through the Sims 4 Studio, and they work, thank God. So yeah, lots of learning throughout this episode, which was fun. It did give me so much more to work with. I mean, to learn to recolor is a blessing, to be honest. So I'm very happy that I did learn it, because a whole new world opened up for me. So I'm very happy with that. So yeah, here changing the cabinets, and I just went with the base game, and it looks actually quite nice. I prefer the base game cabinets above the CC ones for this kitchen. It just looks much better. So here, filling up the kitchen a little bit with some clutter, just to make it look a tiny bit lived in. Still a lot more clutter needed to be added, to be honest. But I didn't want to add too much, because I'm going CC shopping, of course, and maybe I will find something really nice to add to the kitchen. So yeah. We are almost at the end of the video, by the way. So I will be keeping you guys updated on that schedule, of course. And yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this episode. Also, I did 2 painting recolors, if I didn't say that in the beginning, and you will see them at the very end of the video. I made some Kylie Jenner lip kit paintings. I think those paintings are from her lip kit, the really large lips with the like paint drooling off. Oh my gosh, Mona. Anyways, if you want to see the paintings, they are like in the very end of the video. I did place one, and I did place another one off camera, but you will see that in the screenshots. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So sorry for my blabbing, but I do have to say I really enjoyed building this one. Don't get me wrong, it was a lot of hard work, and I did complain, but I did love the entire progress. I mean, this is what makes building fun. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and have a awesome day. Bye bye.
That's made of, baby, that's made of all that we find. Cause the water's always high. I think we're getting close. Racing through the waves, I want to be where nobody